Hi there, this is Jessica, and I am doing my reflection on learning centers for our scholarly conversation number 3 this week. There were many takeaways that I had in regards to learning centers and the information that was gained or expanded on in my mind. The first one is practicing procedures. I think this is a huge one, especially as a kindergarten teacher. There has to be practice if you want these things to stick and be meaningful for the students. Um, with practicing procedures, especially with learning centers, the students are doing things on their own and individually or in a group, while a teacher is leading a different group or providing those extension opportunities or those progress monitoring opportunities. So, with practicing procedures and getting things into place is huge, not only for kindergartners, but for all students so that they can work through things. The second one is to group with intention. This was a huge eye opener for me. I think a lot of times it's easy to group based upon students' ability level, and really getting in with those mixed ability groups is something that I am going to try and work with more in my class. I think there's a great learning value, especially for those differentiation, and also grouping by interest level so those kids can explore things together. I think a huge part of learning centers is making sure that tasks are meaningful. Without meaningful things, there is really no learning that can occur. Looking at the white box that I added into this, just some different types of centers that can be added. I think a lot of times it's easy to get stuck into I'm only going to do these 3 types of centers and I'll just change out the activities, but by providing more meaningful tasks and incorporating some in these centers, a lot of things can happen for the students. Assessing the impact. Assessment is hard, but I think technology is allowing some great things to come out of that. Making sure that students are completing the task while they are at their center and looking through how you can assess. Maybe that's through a checklist, maybe that's through peer review, maybe that's through something that the students turn in. All those things can be used in learning centers. One that we talked about was exit slips, where students are able to show what they know and what they have done in the center. Kind of already touching on the technology aspect, but moving towards that, technology allows for many different things to happen in learning centers. A big one for me is to use Seesaw or Explain Everything, where students can upload their work and the teacher can look at it at a different time. That is huge because we all know as teachers we don't have all the minutes in the day that we would like. Um, I just completed my report cards and I was able to look back onto Seesaw and what my students had done during their learning centers for Daily 5 and Daily 3 to see how they were coming along in that. And I could do that from the comfort of my couch and being able to reflect back on those. Another one is flexible seating, which is huge for learning centers. We're offering a lot of differentiated different tasks in learning centers, and we want students to feel comfortable. And those flexible seating options are allowing students to move around freely and to just provide different ways to work, whether that is how you group your desks, if you add in yoga ball chairs or stability discs, if you're allowing students to read with a pillow, all those different things. If they can stand while they work, if they can lay while they work, all those different things make a difference. Learning centers have to be learner centered. Seems a little bit redundant to add in that learner quite again, but everything has to be centered around the learner and how they are going to learn the best using those learning centers. A big thing is that learning centers are not the teacher. Learning centers allow students for an introduction to the material or an extension to the material. Some different ways that I have incorporated learning centers into my classroom is by using Daily 5, which is for literacy, and Daily 3, which is for math. Daily 5 can be things such as word works, work on writing, read to someone, read to self, and listen to reading. Daily 3 is math with someone, math by myself, and math writing, which allows many different things that students would not get from a whole group learning experience. These are just some final thoughts on learning centers. Lots of things to think about as we progress into providing them into our classrooms and differentiation.